Oh, for crying out loud. Right, okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Beastman! Beastman, come here immediately.
Yes, Skeletor?
Right, I have just received an extremely agitated phone call from the butterfly farm. Somebody matching your description was seen there this morning acting very suspiciously. The staff have just completed their afternoon butterfly count and they are short by 11.5 butterflies. I have some questions. Were you at the butterfly farm this morning?
I can't remember, Skeletor.
That's okay. Completely different question. What did you do with yourself this morning?
Oh, I went to visit the butterfly farm, Skeletor.
Tell me, have you any information regarding the mysterious disappearance of 11.5 of their colourful flying insects?
I'm a bit confused, Skeletor. That question was rather complicated.
Don't worry about it, Beastman. I have an easier one. Do you like eating butterflies?
Oh, no, Skeletor. Every time I do that, it makes me violently sick.
I see. Have you been violently sick today?
Oh, yes, Skeletor. Very sick.
I see. Approximately when did this happen?
Immediately after I left the butterfly farm, Skeletor.
How peculiar. Tell me, was your vomit very colourful and scattered with bits of butterfly?
Yes, Skeletor. How did you know?
No, it was just a lucky guess, Beastman. Right, I have compiled the evidence and have come to the conclusion that you, Beastman, visited the butterfly farm this morning and ate 11.5 of their animals. Is this accurate?
Yes, Skeletor.
Okay, why did you do that?
Whiplash told me I could go there and eat as many butterflies as I wanted.
But you don't like eating butterflies, you idiot.
But they're free, Skeletor.
They are not free, you twit. In fact, the management have informed me that if this happens again, they will be sending an invoice to Snake Mountain to cover the cost of replacement animals, and will be claiming compensation for lost business. You are not welcome to return there, and they've put your photo in the lobby next to those of Whiplash and Nicolas Cage for some reason. Now, I applaud your misguided commitment to social anarchy, but get out of my sight before I beat you.
Yes, Skeletor.
Right, Whiplash, I'm ready to start the show. Greetings! I am Skeletor, and welcome back to SkeleTalk, the series where I answer your questions. Shh, it's the internet's best kept secret. Okay, we start with a question/suggestion from Daniel Herrin, who writes simply, Sydney Sweeney. Yes, I see. Give me a moment. Yes, I shall have to think about this long and hard before reaching my conclusion. Whiplash, I need a print of this photo on glossy paper. Thank you, Daniel. I will give this matter the attention it deserves. Thank you for alienating my limited female audience with this blatant objectification. I claim no responsibility for my handling of this matter or the inevitable provocative thumbnail. I am a click whore. Actually, in the interests of equality, I suppose I should include something for the ladies. Whiplash, pull up a picture of, I don't know, Ryan Gosling or some shit. There we go. Perfect. Actually, Whiplash, I'm going to need a print of that photo as well. General Stephen Jones of the Expansion Division asks, Lord Skeletor, what is making that smell in the kitchen? Well, General, that is most likely the container full of decaying bees that Whiplash keeps for snacking purposes. He never replaces the lid properly, and dead bees fucking stink. Sorry about that. The Wire asks, if Whiplash and Beastman joined the cast of The Only Way is Essex, who would pull the most birds? Well, of the two, Beastman is the more confident around women, and as long as he has had a bath, he brushes up quite well. Whiplash, on the other hand, has no idea what to do around the opposite sex, despite his obsession with leaping about, shouting, Penis, Skeletor! Ah! Alex James asks, If you were lost in an insane asylum, who would you want to have your back? Gary Busey, Jim Carrey, or Carrot Top? Well, they are all masters of distraction in their own way. Carrot Top has his silly props, Jim Carrey has a selection of amusing expressions, and Gary Busey has a brain like a box of tangled cats, which allows him to say anything that occurs to him in any given moment, however nonsensical. In an ideal world, I would ask Carrot Top to distract the security staff and Jim Carrey to keep the other patients entertained while Busey and I escaped through a window and made our way to a secret location, from which we would broadcast the most upsettingly confusing podcast in the world. Thanks, Alex. Mike Ciccone asks, last week, would it have been better or worse if Whiplash had been using the butterflies for sexual reasons instead of nutrition? Well, Mike, firstly, there is something wrong with you, and I am not prepared to consider this question out of concern for my own sanity. However, I can assure you that although Whiplash has an embarrassingly tiny wanger, it is nevertheless still too big to be safely accommodated by a butterfly's bursa copulatrix. This is a butterfly's vagina under a microscope. Thank you for making me find that image. Zantara seems surprised that I called Dan Ackroyd after last week's show to annoy him with wasp noises, and asks if I also placed an order for his Crystal Head vodka. Well, Zantara, I shall now repeat the exact same prank. Let me grab my phone. Right, here we go. It's ringing.
Hello? Hello? Who is this?
I'm a wasp.
Why do you keep calling me?
None of your business.
Stop buzzing at me.
No, I want some of your vodka.
Well, I'm happy to sell you some vodka, but if you don't stop with all the buzzing, I'm gonna hang up.
No, you won't.
I will.
No, now I've mentioned vodka, I've got you. You'll do anything to sell that shit.
Stop it!
No!
Okay, how much vodka do you want?
Oh, loads of it.
Okay, let's get an order set up for you.
Yes, let's do that.
Please stop buzzing.
No. Anyway, talk to you later. Same time tomorrow. Thanks, Zantara. The Fly Attractor asks, if I were to visit Mega City 1, what crime would I inevitably get arrested for? And would I have to share a cube with Judge Death? Well, they'd probably get me for kidnap, extortion, swearing at children, and throwing an open can of gloss paint through the window of the council office. However, I would not spend any length of time in a cube because their technology is no match for havoc magic, and Evil Lynn would teleport me out of there in a jiffy. Thanks, Fly. Stephen Gray tells me of a game that he invented at school and asks if I've invented any dangerous games. Yes, I invented a party game called Thumbtack iPop. It is a game for 2 players, and the rules are simple. Players must stand 3 feet apart and take it in turns to flick a thumbtack into their opponent's open eye. The aim of the game is to catch the flying tack safely with your eye. Each successful catch is awarded 3 points, and the first to 21 is the winner. If a player's eye is popped, their second eye must be brought into play. If the second eye is popped, the player must forfeit the game. I am the current Thumbtack Eye Pop champion. Not only am I good at catching things in my eye sockets, I am also very good at flicking things accurately. And I have no eyeballs to pop, a loophole which nobody has yet called me on. Thanks, Stephen. HP Bifter asks, if I pickled 3 Commodore 64s, R2-D2, and a concrete mixer, then fed them all to Optimus Prime, would Erica Eleniak eat a toasted tea cake while naked on the set of 90s Baywatch? No, you madman! That would result in Billy Warlock eating a buttered crumpet wearing a black pencil dress on the set of 90s Baywatch. What are you thinking? Actually, I see where you went wrong. Don't use Commodore 64s. Use Amstrad CPC 464s, you lunatic. Andrew asks, are there any Eternian treats that you miss when you are on Earth? Yes, I do miss dragon bits, and at the risk of bringing them up again, I am very partial to a lovely fried butterfly. If you know, you know. Thanks, Andrew. Nick from the Action Popcast wants to know who would win a fight between myself and Robert the Monkey. Apparently, Robert has been saying he would batter me like a sausage. Listen, that monkey is all mouth. He would never take me on, I can promise you that. Beastman! Whiplash! Help me! Oh, my God! That monkey can bite very hard. Whiplash, you'd better remove that in the edit.
Yes, Skeletor, I won't forget.
Okay, next, Mimi Rogers destroys the universe with this stunning question. What is your favourite fruit? No, Mimi! Naughty Mimi! What are you doing? This is an entertainment show! Fuck me! Somebody shoot me in the fucking head! Right. Retro Toy Guy Sai writes, I once heard someone proclaim that they would walk 500 miles, then walk 500 more, just to be the man that walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Did this really happen? And how did you dispose of the body? Yes, this did actually happen, but there were in fact 2 very similar looking exhausted human men. They were still alive when I discovered them, but this did not deter me from slicing them very thinly and feeding them to the barracuda that live off the coast of Blackshore. Thank you, Simon. Theodore Miller asks, does your tyrannical benevolency extend to Mumra and his feral feline infestation, or does he need to learn his own lessons? Well, I do prefer to let Mumra deal with his own business. However, I do occasionally help him with logistics and health and safety. Unfortunately, there is sometimes a conflict of interest, because not only do I fancy Chitara, I am also secret friends with Panthro, who, incidentally, thinks Lion-O is a knob. Thanks, Theo. Des T asks, do you have conscription on Eternia? If so, what division did you choose? I can just picture you in a nice sailor outfit. Well, firstly, no, we do not have conscription because we are a forward-thinking people and quite liberal. However, I have served in all divisions because I enjoy a free breakfast. Secondly, your intuition is correct. I look incredibly intimidating in a sailor's outfit, as this photo clearly demonstrates. Thanks, Des. Paul Wilson writes, Panther is out of action and you need to make a replacement. Which 3 animals would you combine to make the ultimate killing machine? Oh, what a boring question. I would obviously fuse the body of a rhinoceros with the head of a white shark and the penis of a duck. I would call it a sharknoceros, and I would name it Winston. Or Jeff. Actually, that was quite a good question. Trapjaw, prepare my laboratory. Weapon Zero asks my thoughts on AI. A useful tool or harbinger of the apocalypse? Both, in that order. It will kill us, but we will die feeling incredibly organised. Thanks, Weapon. Jason Raphael Murdoch sees us out with the following. Tila, Evil Lynn, and Chitara versus Jennifer Lawrence, Jessica Alba, and Eva Green. Which sport would you rather see them play nude? Oh, take your pick. Table tennis, beach volleyball, gymnastics, if that's a sport,
Skeletor!
What, Whiplash and Spirit of Whiplash?
Are you about to list all of the sports?
Well, Whiplash and Spirit of Whiplash, let's find out, shall we? Cricket, archery, golf, skateboarding, football, surfing, badminton.
Skeletor!
Yes, Whiplash?
It does seem like you might be listing all the sports.
Yes, it would appear so. However, Jason tells me he's been to Wendy's again, and I want to rub Monkey Boy's face in it, so you are both free to leave.
Thank you, Skeletor. Bye-bye, Skeletor.
Okay. Monkey Boy! Monkey Boy!
What do you want, Skeletor?
JRM has been to Wendy's again.
Will you fuck off, Skeletor?
Thanks, Jason. Together, we will break that man. Okay, that was quite a long episode, but thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, why not give it a thumbs up and share the fucking thing? Next week marks the 2-year anniversary of the show, so please try to send the most peculiar questions you can think of. Right, until next time, have an awful week. Bye! Get out of my sight before I beat you.